Hi, everybody. Welcome back to You Should Know This. I'm doing a quick Friday meme dump for you. Um, I just looked at my file list, and meme dump II was dropped last week, so this is meme dump XII, according to our favorite fraud recipient. So you might recognize this one from meme dump 11 because I forgot to move it over to my old memes folder. But yeah, since I'm not a hypocrite, I'm not going to hide stuff that makes me uncomfortable, like most Democrats. Uh, I'm not sure why Matthew McConaughey's wife used her own shoes instead of the victim's obviously much more worn shoes, or if it's just a camera trick because of the lighting or whatever. I can't really tell. But yeah, the reason the founders put the Second Amendment so far at the beginning is because it protects the other ones. That was the whole purpose of Lexington Concord was the Second Amendment, not the First Amendment. They thought it was the First Amendment, but it's actually the Second Amendment that the strongest military in the world was going after at Lexington and Concord. If you're a student of history, would know that. I have never been a fan of supporting the Ukraine. I'm I'm paying all of their mobsters and seedy characters for the. Mm, they haven't had it. When was their last election? When was the last election in the Ukraine? That's my question. Most countries have an election every 2 to 4 years. How long has the Ukraine not had an election? That's an interesting question you need to ask from Tracksuit. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting recipes that have come out of communism. Death and slow death usually is how you live in communism. Yes, MS-13 members rarely, if ever, break the law because it's kind of like the gun-free zone being the safest place in the world. That's sarcasm, in case you're wondering. Yeah, are we allowed to talk about inflation now since Trump's in office? I mean, it didn't exist when Biden was in office. I mean, the numbers kept skyrocketing when Otto Penn was in office, but yeah, that was because other reasons. Yes, when the cops let in everybody on January 6th, the old lady taking a tour of the halls. Uh, yeah, I'm unhappy about the gas situation too. Again, I have two videos on how to save money on gas. So, but you haven't watched those because yeah, I know I'm you're not liking, you're not sharing, you're not subscribing, you're not commenting. So I pretty much can assume I'm just an old man yelling at clouds at this point. If you know, you know. We're not a cult. We just believe that on January 6th, the sacred halls of democracy were desecrated. Yeah, this is the cult. Not the video that was filmed in the committee room. That's, yeah. Once you, yeah, 54 billion for Ukraine. Yeah, the white van, once it hits puberty, gets to switches over to 10 millimeter sockets, and then once it gets money in its pocket, it turns into a Snap-on van. Yeah, it. Wait a minute, is Trump's economy doing better? Because gas is up and inflation's happening. Is that is that because Trump has some economy going on? Another shot at the gas prices. Jeff Cooper is one of the um, all of the things you know about concealed carry and stuff, and is a lot of it is from Jeff Cooper. He's the four basics. If you if you're a gun owner, you should recite the four basics right now because that's important. If you don't know the four basics, you're not a good gun owner, to put it nicely. Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a nice weekend.